Talk Show.
It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 473.
What's happening, guys? What's going on?
It is absolutely beautiful in Melbourne right
mate,
now.
Cracking weather to come home to.
Mm.
I mean, I flew in this morning.
Yesterday you were in Singapore.
Oh, cheeky little 24 hours in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the funny thing is the Qantas plane I flew over on, the staff, friendly, lovely, same staff when I got back on the plane. So they would have just stayed there.
Oh, cool.
And then waited a bunch of time, you know.
Same people that you spoke to, like
Exactly
that were
same.
giving you the meals and stuff?
Yeah,
or
the girl
no?
who gave me my meal. I walk on, I was like, hey, you
What'd she
took
say?
me here. She's like, oh, what were you doing here? What, like,
Oh, really? So she didn't remember you?
No. She remembered me. She was trying to work out why I was in Singapore for
Quick
such
turnaround.
short
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like she's probably not. Maybe like Singapore is a business hub, and so heaps and heaps of people are flying in there. Mate, that place, wow.
You were saying it was hot. I was straight away, because you're doing some client work, I was straight away worried about your deodorant application because
Oh, no, mate.
sometimes...
Travel smart. Travel with roll-on.
Which
Easy.
one?
It's like a Dove. I've got it somewhere here. Oh no, it's at home. But it's beautiful. It just rolls on, not too much smell, and just I was a good smelling human to work
Are you
with.
still using the natural stuff, 97? Mr. Pitts?
Well, I think I had a problem with it.
What, that you stunk?
No, irritation. No, it's great for smell.
You had irritation to the natural deodorant?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're a boy in a bubble. Get in the bubble quickly.
Andre had it as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it?
And
Coconut
it was only under one arm. It was under my left arm.
You know when women hang out really, when they're like besties, sometimes they get in their menstrual cycles together.
Aligned, yeah.
The coconut crew just.
I mean, Andre was like a month ahead of me, but yeah.
No, you got to catch up. It just takes time to get in sync, and now you both got the effects of.
So are you not using the same
No,
stuff anymore?
I've had to detox from the natural product.
So what are you using?
Chemicals.
Okay. Just chemicals. Just anything.
Just
anything in the
bleach,
cupboard.
a little bit of bleach. Tommy, can I have some of your spa chemicals? Quick fix.
Chlorine.
How did you go? So I was at the US Consulate this morning, sorting out visa stuff.
Mr. America over here.
Yeah, when it came to security, I just feel like I want to chill out. Like I want them just to calm down a bit. So I want to crack jokes.
Oh, well, yeah, it's well guarded, the embassy on St Kilda Road. But they're not there. The thing, like so Singapore, like customs, right? They're the one that are like straight. They can't really show emotion.
Yeah, and so that's why I thought the security guy, there was a few different sections where there's security. The first guy seemed really friendly, a bit of banter of like who's going next. So that was good.
Yeah, you can't. They're humans, right?
But he didn't laugh at one of my jokes,
What were your dumb jokes?
Well, because the
keyword dumb.
So it was meant to be. My appointment was at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
They didn't end up seeing me until I didn't actually get to the front of the line until 10, which then I had to go up. So I didn't actually end up speaking to someone till 10:30. And from about 45 minutes in to standing in line, I was like, I really need a piss. And I couldn't do anything because I'm like, I don't want to lose my spot in the queue. There's a specific sign that says, sorry, no public restrooms. And so I was just like, well, what do I do? And so the joke that I made to the security dude was, has anyone pissed their pants in the line?
It's actually quite good.
Yeah, I thought it was. And so he didn't, so he was inspecting, he had like people going through the security detector things like you'd see, you'd see at the airport.
Yeah.
He just sort of turned back around. Like he didn't give it anything at all.
I mean, it's not it's not an audience to set up.
I
like
guess
they're
what can
in
he
their
say?
environment.
What could he say? Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone pissed
actually,
themselves.
3 people last week.
Yeah. So like I was more projecting of like, oh, it's crazy that like there's no toilets. But there ended up being a toilet upstairs. Yeah. Upstairs, the security guy was looser. They wear America is known for a good uniform. They've all got like.
Well, we know you like the
mall
short UPS boys.
But the like mall cops, anyone who is in security has a great uniform, and there is no exception when it comes to the consulate. And they had like the full sort of black security guard thing with like a really nice badge. It was just funny because when I was in line, in like the final line upstairs to have the appointment, I saw the security guy standing at the door, and then a guy who obviously works there but isn't in security, had like a lanyard on or whatever, just does this action like a
guns,
or like a gun,
guns
sort of
right
like
now.
g'day, you know, like almost like a Wiggles sort of thing, but not like jovial, but just like hey. And so he did hey, and then the security guard did it back, and then the guy said to the security goes, we probably shouldn't do that here, and then the security guy doubled down on it and was like,
Fucking pump action.
and then he actually like blew out the gun. He went, it's just like, okay, so some were loose, some were serious.
So, yeah, I mean, the woman who allowed me to enter Singapore was lovely. She smiled, and she was a customs agent. The one before her, like the man at the front, he seemed mean, but they had lollies on the counter.
What sort of lollies?
They were some kind of local lolly.
And were they in a packet? I'm guessing so.
Yeah, it's like the single-use Mentos. It was like, I smashed one of those, and I said, this is
chewy. It was like a chewy.
Lovely. No, it was like a
Solid.
hard thing. Hard thing. Anyway, that place is so clean. Singapore is so clean.
I've heard that. You can't spit. No chewing gum. Is chewing gum allowed?
Yeah, it wasn't a shitload of people smoking either. It's just the streets are all manicured. They spend so much money on the look of it. It feels futuristic. Like if there was a place that was to have flying cars first, it feels like it will be there.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like it's set out for it. Not many people drive. Like the traffic is not bad.
Do you know if they're planning on doing the Uber flying there?
There's no Uber there.
Yeah, you told me that they were sold.
Uber sold to a company called Grab. And so it's pretty cool. They've got everything. They've got like you can send parcels through it. You can get people to run errands. You can get shopping. You can.
Could you
like
imagine
Uber
living
Eats,
there
like that? It's apartment living, and it's.
I mean, you've only been in a house
but
for
like
fucking 2 weeks.
It's like CBD everywhere. Like the whole, and then out. Like I mean, to drive from one side of Singapore to the other is like 45 minutes or 50 minutes. And so where the airport is. We were like 50, almost, we were the furthest point.
We can say 50 minutes because you said it would take 45. Were you?
40, so the way they said it is 45 minutes, like no traffic to drive if there's zero traffic.
Did they use a meter on the taxi?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like it's like $35 to get to
that's good.
The furthest end of Singapore, right near Malaysia. I could see Malaysia in the distance. You could see the sky rises in Malaysia.
What's the dollar? Like, what's the currency?
It's 90 something.
So it is Singapore dollars or whatever?
Yeah, so it's not 97, I think. 93 to our $1. So it's good. It's a good rate. But yeah, I went to this dry dock, which is like picture an industrial area by the water where they're shipping, containers, like in Melbourne. But it's like boats get repaired, and when I shouldn't say boats, they're ships. When
they're mini cities on water.
My God, on this thing, which I was there to film the refurbishment, there was 3,500 people living on it. So they bring this thing in to refurbish it in 41 days. It's like, imagine trying to do it's like redoing a whole skyrise building in 41 days.
What was the big thing that they were promoting? What were they get like a new fountain?
Oh mate, they got a new water slide. It's sick. And they had, it's got ice skating.
That's ice
impressive. Skating at sea. And then what they do is they're bringing, I don't know how much I can actually say of this stuff, but they're going to have laser tag. The ice skating's been there, but
laser tag is sick.
Laser tag. They're adding a whole bunch of cool shit.
Dark zone on a cruise ship.
Mate, and we were in one of these suites. Like I've never been on a cruise ship before. Have you? Have you?
I filmed at one, that Volendam
that's right.
ship.
How big do you know?
Can you have a look at the size? Can we compare the size? # compare sizes.
Yeah.
What was your one called?
Royal Caribbean Voyager.
So have a look at this.
Voyager of the Sea. Yeah,
so
I was filming the fucking
look
logo.
at the size of Voyager of the Seas, and then look up
4,000 capacity. 4,000.
A lot of people.
Is that with the refurbishment? It says here it's 1,300.
What, they're doing a little?
No. They have. The guy was saying 4,000 guests. They have capability for.
Sorry, 3,100. is here.
So I think they're going to 4,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Squishing
So what's your one?
Volendam. Spoken about it before. It was the Dutch ship.
Mm.
They came to Melbourne.
Oh, much bigger.
The Volendam.
Nah, the Royal Caribbean.
Yeah. Volendam. It was
double the size.
yeah.
It's these are you said it's like a small little city on the water. Anyway, this thing, it's mind blowing.
Where is it going to?
It's coming to Sydney.
That's cool.
So
do you reckon it's too big for Melbourne? Do we need to do some more dredging or whatever the fuck they call it?
No, maybe they could get in here, but Sydney, I met the captain of this ship.
Well, I feel like captains always have accents.
He was Asian. He might. I don't think he was from Singapore, but he'd been a captain for a long time, and he's so friendly, so lovely. Just loves what he does. Loves it.
Was he all dressed up?
Nah, he was in like a white jumpsuit, and so he wasn't Rocky. He wasn't the traditional captain of a ship that you'd think, just like a bit sort of toffee, like we're going to the high sea. Like
he wasn't like
not
that.
at all. He was like super friendly. Like
this is so cool to think that it's like it's a huge responsibility,
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy in Italy fucked up. Was it Italy or Greece?
The one that Casey Neistat went to. It
that's
went
right.
onto a reef and then
he was the one that
dude.
he wasn't the last one out. Like the rule is like
you've
got to fucking make sure everyone's off.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, we're going down.
Well,
I'm out.
I was thinking about that on the plane. I was thinking about like, what if I just like the fire started and I just wanted to be first one out. I just wanted to
if
get
you're a captain.
No, just a passenger. Like you think about when an emergency happens, how people just get into survival mode. And so they disregard the Gronk to the left, the Gronk to the right. They're just like, I'm out. I'm getting out. I'm going to climb over all you other Gronks to get straight out.
No, I get that. I remember watching a one of those flight crash investigation things, and they talk about the where a lot of people go wrong is when they crash into the water. Everyone's too premature on the inflatable life jacket. Got to wait until you're outside the plane before you.
That's so funny.
Basically, people would put it on,
and the water's
going. It's a nightmare.
Well, because last night I was looking at the guy as he's doing his thing. His name was King. His first name was King.
The captain.
The stewardess.
Sure.
Is stewardess? Yeah. The steward on the plane, on the Qantas plane, flight attendant. His name was King. But anyway, he put the life jacket on, and then the audio was saying, "Only inflate when you get out." And I was thinking, imagine if you
so annoying. You can't get through the fucking window. That'd be a nightmare.
Anyway, it's a good trip, but I enjoyed seeing little Bodie when I got home. Because he's fully talking now, just saying so many words.
What's he saying?
Where's my bicky? Where's Josh?
Does he really?
No. But he knows he gets the bickies from Josh.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I wanted to set up.
You're his bicky dealer. But he's been saying a bunch of stuff, and some of it's like nonsensical, but a lot of it's becoming
like his dad.
sensical. I mean, very much like his dad. But he says this one thing where I've actually thought it makes sense why he uses it. So the phrase is last morning. So he says, last morning, I did this. And I was like, why? Yeah, why isn't it last morning when it's like last night, yesterday morning? But why is it not last morning?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Bodie, mate, Amy and I were having this conversation. I was like, mate, he's got a good point. I see where he's stuffed up. He's just using last night and last morning.
Can you try and find out 97 what that would mean?
Yeah, I've actually got another one for you as well. It's sort of on a similar vein, but it's why is good night written as one word together but good morning separated?
Interesting. Why?
Why?
Let me click on it.
He went halfway there. While he tries to work that out.
What did you do last morning?
No, this morning.
This morning.
How about this morning? I'll tell you what happened this morning. Was driving the car, your recommendation, rather than getting an Uber.
Oh, yeah.
Worked out fine. It overstayed in the car spot, didn't get a fine, so that was all good.
That's winning.
But got to the garage door of our place at home and was fumbling for my keys. When I wear my hoodie, I've got my hoodie off now because it's quite warm.
25.
When I had my hoodie on, I keep my keys in there and I was sort of fumbling for it and then just pressed the remote button and it went up The thing is that the remote that I pressed was our office garage remote.
You're way too far away. It's a suburb away.
No, the door opened. The garage door went up.
Okay, hang on. So they're different frequencies. It shouldn't have happened. Is there any way?
How do you know it's different frequencies? You don't know how it works, do you?
So it's set to so inside it's like our fans.
Mm-hmm.
They have a frequency, so it's like on its own. So the thing is, it could be the same for the door, but it's highly unlikely. That's super unlikely.
And so then I drove through and I was like, I've got to check this again. So I'm like, maybe someone behind me, no one's behind me, whatever. Go through, park, press it again, it goes back up again.
So our office remote, which...
So then I tried when you were downstairs meditating in the car.
Annoying.
I was
interrupted my meditation.
I was trying to use my house key to try and open the garage, not working.
And it didn't work.
No, but it works the other way. So I need to check again because if that's the case,
I'd love it if there's just some guy in his car just watching you do it and he's just pressing it every time you press it.
It's pretty outrageous though. I mean, as a kid, I feel like that was the dream. I feel like the very first time we had a remote control for our garage, I would take it out and just go to straight like houses.
And it would
Never worked. But you would hear stories of it working.
It is probably an issue with the remote.
Well, what about remember the analog phones?
The analog phones.
If you turned up when the old wireless analog phones, like landlines, you could turn off the base station, and then it would just connect to another base station.
Oh,
and
I didn't know that.
You could basically I would unplug our base station and then press the talk button, and you could hear if someone had the same phone nearby. You could hear their call.
Oh, that's cool.
It was so much fun.
There used to be wristwatches that you could
the remotes.
Yeah, you could dial into the television.
They were so the actual keypad was so small, very impractical.
Oh, stupid.
But I did have the TV be gone, TV-B -gone that was a remote that could turn off.
You can do. There's an app on a phone.
Yeah, on Samsung phones, they had infrared receivers and senders or whatever, transmitters, and you could go to TVs and in the city and stuff and turn them off.
Yeah,
did you find out about last morning?
Well, okay, so last morning means this morning.
Okay, because the last one was last night. So tonight, can you say... No, because you're amongst the night. You can't say last night referring to the now.
Yeah, so that's why, because it doesn't make sense if you say last morning because it's the morning that you just had.
Because as soon as it ticks over 11:59 a.m., it becomes noon into the day.
And so what about that good night / good morning
I couldn't
thing?
find much of an update on that.
I mean, you brought that one up. That was the one that you...
Yeah, but it was on Quora and the bloke answering it
had no clue?
Yeah, he had no idea.
What other questions is he answering?
Let me go to his account.
Some weird units on Quora.
Quora? I like Quora though. A lot less scumbags on Quora than Yahoo Answers.
I thought you were going to say than the scumbags on Wikipedia, altering the Wikipedia.
No, Wikipedia's fine. No, but Yahoo Answers, low level quality of answer.
I've never gone actively just for something. It's usually in a search when I've searched into Google.
No one goes to Yahoo Answers and then types in. It's like Urban Dictionary.
Right,
no one goes to urbandictionary.com. You go to Google, type it in, and then you end up there.
I mean, I've looked up some shit on Urban Dictionary, but it's only because you're trying to get something out of it. Like you're trying to find
what's the definition of Tommy?
What's the definition of Gronk? That's on Urban Dictionary.
It would be.
I want to lay out a scenario of it could be Gronk behaviour, might not be, but I want to see what you think, Mr. 97 also. I didn't do this, I'll preface, but I thought about it. I wanted to do it. I was driving to the office today and I was eating a mandarin. Good mandarin at the moment.
They're very good, aren't they?
This mandarin riddled with pips.
Mm-hmm.
Like riddled. Horrible.
97 wouldn't have been able to cope.
Nah.
Mate, try I mean, you don't drive. Try driving
You'd
and
crash.
de-pipping in your mouth while thinking about what you're doing, while trying to stay safe and
How
alive.
many are we talking? Per?
Every single thing had 2.
Oh,
Minimum.
so
that's
annoying.
minimum.
That's not bad.
Minimum.
so
minimum.
annoying.
Some had 3.
You can
Some,
do okay. Minimum.
minimum 2.
No, but the
Okay.
pieces in the mandarin, the slices aren't that big.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
this
it
is
was
probably
so
as
like
big-
mandarin.
Okay.
2 to 3 pips is like
I had a
30% of the
handful
mandarin.
by the end of it.
What's the deal with pips? Why are they there?
I don't know. The seeds, isn't it?
Are
like
the
a
seeds?
seed?
Are they the seeds that are being used to grow it,
I think so, yeah.
and they just sort of stick around?
I found a little fact. Amy pointed up at a like a guttering that had grass coming out of it
Mhm.
up on a roof,
Yeah.
and she said, "You know how that happens?" I said, "How?" She said, "Birds are shitting out seeds that they eat, and then it grows the grass when they're pooing
It's cool.
in the guttering." But anyway, so I spat these in my hand, but I was like, "Is it okay, or is it a Gronk move, Gronk behavior, if I every pip spit out the window? Like, is that
Yeah. Collect and then throw.
collect and throw?"
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I did
Hashtag
Yeah,
collect and
yeah.
throw. Grab and throw.
that.
Grab and throw.
I'm glad I did that. So you wouldn't spit?
No.
Because then the thing about the spitting bit is that people see you like
Yeah.
doing the
It's full on, isn't
like because then you could just be spitting
Mhm.
furiously,
Yeah, it's not great.
viciously. But I did. I mean, the other Gronk move is that I pushed in the line at the airport this morning.
Why?
Oh, it was just a bloody bottleneck at customs getting out. My bags fucking took forever.
So how did you cut through?
Oh, they sent us on this wild goose chase like around the back of a.
Where
like,
did wild goose chase come from? Why did we say that?
Why do we
You know?
say that?
Yeah.
Too many questions today. So I went, anyway, I followed this thing. Actually, I jumped ahead because I was like, I need to get to that spot where the bags will then be sent and I can grab it and quickly get into the new line.
Mhm.
And so there wasn't anyone in this new line
sure.
yet. So I went around, but then my bags took 15 or 20 minutes. So this line had just bloody increased. And then I just got my bags and just slipped in.
I wouldn't do
Gronk
it.
move? Why not?
Yeah, no, but
Why
just
not?
because everyone's waiting.
Yeah.
I even had an issue. The way that the consulate works is consulate.
Consulate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway.
we look at Mason, but
He has no idea.
he's still trying to work out good night, good morning, whatever he's saying.
No, but they the way they do it is you're lining up, and say you're in line, and your appointment's at 9 a.m. They'll say anyone for 8:45,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
those people come forward.
Yeah.
So it incentivizes people coming late because they can just go through to the front.
Yeah, but it may,
It's like, when you go to the airport and they'll start yelling, yelling, anyone from the 6 p.m. flight to Sydney, 6 p.m. flight.
Yeah.
And then there's always a couple.
They get you through. So so then the line doesn't really matter at that point. But for like airports, usually there's no like that. You can't push into the consulate.
No,
It's not going to happen.
a lady tried to. They kept saying 9 a.m. and she was 9:15. She was in front of me.
Oh yeah.
And she just like they'd say, 9 a.m. She'd be like, she'd just act dumb or whatever, and then start doing like, no, 9 a.m. like, 9:15. But then
Oh, my thumb was over the 15.
every single time it happened every time. But what about when we were leaving Melbourne to go to Sydney? The fact that we nearly missed the flight. When I say nearly, we didn't have lounge access because I only have access to give one person lounge access, and we weren't going to let Mr. 97 stay on his own, baby stay out on his own.
We should have. In hindsight,
I know you're pushing for it. You did a whole scissor paper rock.
I would have been happy if I was left out to fend for myself in the airport based on a paper scissor rock. I would have been fine with it. If I lost that, I would have been fine with it.
I think I would have been fine.
defeat.
But I literally did say to them, can these two babies, especially Tommy, because he's got to go in, otherwise he'll be upset. Can he go in and have the salami and I go out? And they said no.
No, you need
So
that.
it was either we all go in or none of us. But the thing is that when you're in a lounge, you get used to people, them saying over the announcements, final call, anyone flying, Sydney, VA.
Would have they done a final call for us or just close the doors? Because we had bags checked. Some of us, you did, or one of us
so
did.
they would have. I'm guessing they would have probably called out our names, but we we started walking. We're like, it's like we're meant to be boarding or something soon. Let's just go over. And we got there and it said there was no one there, no one in the whole gate, and it just said gate closed. And you
don't want to see the fucking gate closed.
You were
mate, because I've been the person at the front counter where
people.
I got in within a minute to spare and the person rocks up behind me and they barred her.
So you had to...
it can literally be 1 minute. Like if they weren't, if they were just a bit shitty.
Yeah.
This is the thing. These are all
or
humans.
if they'd gone through and said, well, it's also process driven. So if they'd said, we've actually taken your bags are being taken off right now. We've just found them. There is probably a benefit to having the checked bags because it's...
Yeah, it helps.
They can't fly the plane with luggage if the person.
I've been exceptionally lucky, but I don't like lines. My wife said it to me. The person I was traveling with even said it. It's something
you don't like lines.
I don't like lines. I got to ALDI the other morning, mate. What is a line out the front of ALDI doing on a Saturday morning? 9:00. Like it opens at what time? 8:30. 8:30, 20. It was 8:25.
It's because they released their special savers.
Oh,
it's ridiculous,
don't they? You should have seen these gronks all running in.
What were they trying to?
And all of a sudden, I see
sun
them.
lounge or something.
Yeah, yes, mate. They were pulling fucking sun lounges off. This person's like, I want 2 of these egg things. They were the big egg chairs that are hanging on a chain.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, you should have seen just.
That's funny.
Middle-aged, overweight, just like nearly doing their back. Can we get more of these? And then one was like, do you have any left? And then they calling around stores. It's like a thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that a thing at ALDI? Like,
you should see when they've got the ski sales, the snow. It's ridiculous.
Just
like toboggans, or what are people?
Yeah, you can get toboggans, you can get helmets, you can get snowboard and ski pants and jackets. Ridiculous.
It'd be great to have a Mr. 97. He goes every
special.
He goes every month
What
and
day?
brings back.
When is the ALDI special?
They do them on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
When
is the
usually like Wednesdays are sort of like basic sort of products that no one really cares about, and then they do all their big releases on Saturdays.
When do people get their dole payments?
Thursdays.
Heaps
of kids in school, they're just like, I can't do anything until Thursday.
Mm.
I get it. How do you find out about the special, though?
You can sign up to their newsletter and they'll send it. So next weekend, they've got like ceiling fans and light bulbs and solar fence lights.
A lot of stuff, isn't there?
It's so just anti-minimalism. Like these lounges, this is when you drive through a suburb that's doing.
What are you laughing at?
No, I think Josh, you'd love it. I reckon you'd see something. You'd be like,
yeah,
motor oil. We could do with some of that.
Yeah.
$10.
I mean, Oz Bargain. I do like Oz Bargain, but I'm more of a window shopper. I don't actually buy the stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is,
because you love then to go and find the cheaper version somewhere else, and then you like the chase.
You'd like the aisle in the middle. It's like window shopping. You can just walk past and look at all. Oh, there's something over there. There's something. You'd love it.
Yeah, we did go to the $2 shop to get the US flags.
Oh yeah,
and I just randomly asked a lady, "Do you sell yo-yos?" Nearly bought a yo-yo.
No, you had no intention of buying that yo-yo. You were just in nostalgia mode.
Yeah, I just wanted to see it. If it was one that I recognised, I would like a glow-in-the-dark one. It was called the Spot. There was a specific one. I'm trying to remember what it was called. If you know, hi at thedailytalkshow.com.
Fuck. The brain.
Was it called the brain?
The brain yo-yo.
Can you type in the brain yo-yo?
Brain yo-yo.
And how much for me to buy
Dude, they got banned in school. Like
yo-yos.
yo-yos.
They were primo.
Kids were stealing them. Kids were fighting over them.
It's not called the Spider? No?
The brain.
No, I reckon there's literally a brain on the side. Is that the one?
It was just called brain. The brain.
I'll inspect it.
Green? Is it green?
There was many
Glow in the
colours.
dark, maybe?
Yeah, $12 to $24.
Some of them spin down the bottom
Actually,
for longer.
the one and only time I've ever stolen anything.
Yo-yo?
No, it wasn't even at a shop. I've never stolen anything at a shop in my life. But they were what were they called? They look like teeth, like little monster things. Like they were
fake teeth. Or the things that chatter.
No. It's almost like big molars. They're like
like fake ones that you wear.
No.
Just like a costume.
Nah, they were. What were the big things?
He didn't grow up when we did.
They were plastic, and they could be different colors, and you would like throw them.
That slap?
Not Tarzos. No. They were like hard.
Nah.
Anyway, it's gonna annoy me until I
We'll
figure
spend the
out.
rest of
Anyway,
the day thinking about it.
but I got right into them. You had like glittery ones, like all that sort of thing, and I just remember some kids were playing a game, and I was like, they're so dumb, they're not looking at them. And when they were all arguing over who got them, I just grabbed them. Anyway, I was so guilty about it. I ended up throwing them in the bag room.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Just
Then it's like, they were left.
and then
in the
some
bag
other
room.
kids like,
Yeah,
these look
stole
cool.
them. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what they were called. Monsters? No, not monsters.
Knuckles. They had
Knuckles?
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Yeah, they were weird, man.
Yeah,
Just
the
these
Knuckles.
little-
You know why I thought it like molar? Like they're sort of similar sort of vibe.
Oh, they could look like a tooth.
yeah.
But they were green. There was I remember the green ones, red ones. You got like a little bag for them. What weird shit. The stuff nowadays is like
Oogie's.
Ushies.
Sorry.
Ushies. Mate, they're ridiculous.
97.
Anyway.
I had these. I remember them.
Knuckles.
Yeah, Knuckles?
Yeah.
They were great, weren't they?
Yeah.
I loved like the bags they came in. You'd like tear it open and stuff.
Mm. It's the same now as
Yeah.
the little shit. that
They're
you
called
know.
Jacks.
Yeah, it wasn't
Not
called
in our
Jacks.
time, buddy.
I don't even know if it was called Knuckles. Actually, it was something like
Knucklebones.
Bones. No, bones.
Bones.
Knuckle bones. Definitely.
But they were
bones.
knuckles or bones. Knuckle bones.
Yeah.
Like it's replicating the knuckle bone. Like I remember.
Yeah.
They were weird little things.
97. LA's in a few weeks. We were going to do a fun LA fact every single episode leading up.
I completely forgot about that.
I mean, bury it. Just say, yeah, guys, I actually was thinking about just
On Yahoo Answers.
ask a
What do you-
question.
what do
Los
you got?
Angeles means the angels in Spanish.
Yeah, City of Angels.
That's shit. One more.
Okay.
Los
Maybe
Angeles.
something this
I don't
time
mind
in
that.
LA.
I actually didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You knew that Los Angeles was angels.
If people
in
ask,
Spanish.
what did it mean? I
No,
wouldn't know. But
You
if someone
can't
said
say-
that's
no,
what it
no,
means,
no,
I would be
no.
like, yeah,
you
that makes
cannot
sense.
say you knew. I knew it was called the City of Angels, but that's just
He prompted the bit in my mind where I'm like, actually, I do know that. I just
nah. That's so much bullshit. That's like me giving you a maths equation and I answer it, and you're like, yeah, exactly that.
no,
way.
like I know if it's right, and that is right, but I couldn't remember it. It's like the Knucklebones thing.
So
deep
you
down
have
in my head,
you had heard
I knew the answer.
someone saying
it doesn't help you
oh,
within trivia.
Los Angeles Spanish. It's a Spanish term for angels. You actually had heard
City
it
of
packaged.
Angels.
You heard it packaged up like that.
Spanish for City of
No,
Angels.
the angels.
The
The
angels.
Angels, sorry, yeah, that's
We've
right,
heard
sounds
City
right.
of Angels. It's in like you know, they talk about it in songs and shit. So,
I'm sure I've heard that fact, which is what I'm saying.
well, but
does
if you
that
can't, well, I don't think you can confirm it. I didn't mind it. I liked it. Listen,
Do you have another one?
Great. Well, it's not on this day, but while in February 1978, a foot of rain fell in 24 hours across the city.
foot, jeez.
A foot of rain.
Jeez,
That's a lot.
It's so much.
I mean, if it's my foot, it's unbelievably big. Your foot.
12 and a half.
I heard an interesting quote the other day. An inch is quick. A foot isn't. I can't remember. It was something very good. It's basically like, can you look that up? An inch is a cinch.
What happened
And
to the
then-
quick bit?
Like so. Stand by.
Inch by inch, life's a cinch.
No,
Oh.
it's not the same. There's some sort of saying where it's like the going a little bit is easy.
Yeah.
Going a long way is hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give an inch, you'll take a mile.
no. An inch is a cinch, a yard is hard. It's all old.
An inch is cinched, a yard is hard.
It's actually, I mean, my one was correct. Inch by inch, life's a cinch. Yard by yard, life is hard.
Mm.
Oh, that's the long
So
one.
I had the.
It was more so poetic. Anyway,
That's good.
thanks for the fact.
I got an even better one. It's
Okay.
illegal to lick a toad in the City of Angels.
Really?
Being Los Angeles.
Wow.
Would you lick a toad?
No, I wouldn't lick a
Nah,
toad.
you don't want to fucking lick a
Toad.
Toad.
Not toe.
No,
Toad.
toad.
Yeah,
Toad.
toad.
Toad. So I wonder if that's based on people getting high from licking toads.
Would you get high?
Was that
from
a
licking-
Simpson? That
Is
was
it-
just a Simpsons episode.
No,
Did that
no,
actually
no.
happen?
That's a real thing.
The thing? Okay.
You can, yeah, there is. But,
Like
but why
mushrooms
would
and
you
stuff.
lick a toad? Like that's the
Silly-
like just
being silly
risking
at that point. Yeah.
risking licking a
People do
toad.
sometimes. I mean, heroin.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be safer to take a bit of heroin under supervision. Toad,
Under supervision, yeah.
but a toad, I don't know
That's
what
an
that thing's going
implied
to
thing
do.
that if you've got a toad, that it wouldn't be under supervision.
Yeah, because you're
You'd
a
have to find
creep out in
someone.
the bushes fucking... Oh, toad.
Unless it was sort of administered by...
Dogs get fucked up from licking toads. Look it up, man. Look
What
it
are
up.
you gonna say?
Dogs licking toads. Dogs licking
I wonder if
toads
there's a YouTube
and
video
getting
about that.
high.
Anyway,
Yeah, they excrete something out of their glands that then...
that's
It's
good.
weird. Toads are fucked.
Anyway, did you find anything on that or no?
Yeah, I'm just watching the video.
Okay, great. All right, well,
All
it's
right,
the
mate.
Daily Talk
Keep
Show.
his personal time over there now.
If
Jeez.
you want to send us an email, hi@thedailytalkshow.com. If you've got any suggestions where we should go in Los Angeles, if you've got any suggestions of people that we should have on the show, we've got a big list that we're currently working through.
It's
Anything
happening.
else?
It's happening.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the Daily Talk Show. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
See you guys.